Welcome to this week's Ask GMBN, and I'm in the shed with Jessica Strange.
And I'm in the shed with Blake.
Way! So we're going to ask all those questions that you've been sending in to us in the comments down below and on other videos throughout the channel. And I'm going to kick it off with Edgar.
Yeah, let's get started. So Edgar Sola commented saying, what is the best travel for a mountain bike being as efficient as possible climbing and going downhill?
Ooh,
It's hard. That's like what's the magic number for mountain biking, essentially?
Exactly. I would say around...
What do you think?
130, 140 travel.
Really? I was going to say 140, 150, actually.
Oh, you see? We don't...
But 140, I think, is a sweet spot.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think 140 is a good sweet spot. Yeah. You do get some bikes that do have lockout mechanisms on these rear shocks, so you could actually be running a 160 and you can lock it out. Or like on my Scott Genius, that thing is a 160 front and rear, and you can lock it out, so it's got like that traction control, so I can lock it to 110 and then I can lock it all the way locked.
But it's not always just about the travel when it comes to riding. I mean, you got to consider wheel sizes, take a look at the geometry as well, because they will play an important part in how efficient and, well, comfortable you are on the bike. Yes,
exactly. So hopefully that question has been answered for you. We think it's about 140.
Yeah, I'm saying
140 is pretty good, pretty good. Right, we're going from Luke. It says, please can you explain why reach matters when you're looking for the right size bike? I'm looking to buy a YT Capra and in the near future, and he's trying to see what size bike is perfect for him.
See, now when you think of reach, immediately you think of the top tube and you think about your reach in terms of your arms, when actually the reach is relative to your feet to your hands. So bikes used to be measured from the seat post height, but now they're done from, so if I try and explain this right, if your feet are down at the pedals, essentially it goes up and across to where your hands are. So that means if you're sat down on your bike to if you stand up, your feet and your hands are always really the same distance apart.
You're just moving between the two, aren't you?
Exactly. Now, reach is, like say, the relative distance between your feet and your hands, but it can also be affected by things like rolling your handlebars, moving your saddle
back, forward.
Stem length as well, so have a look into that. But it isn't just about top tube length.
There you go. There you go. Good one.
So next up we've got Sam Chili, who says, hey guys, is 140 or 130 travel enough for a bike park? Depends on the bike park.
Yeah, I think anything. I just come back from Whistler and you can ride it on a hardtail.
You can
So
indeed.
130, 140 is pretty good. It's going to give you enough comfort on the rough stuff. I guess you wouldn't want to push it really, 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 really hard.
Yeah.
But why would you? You've got enough travel there for a whole bike park. I think it's good enough.
Definitely. I think so too. Yep.
Right. Next, we got from Daniel, who says, hey guys. Hiya. So it's a great show. Thank you very much. I was wondering what kind of GoPro mount does Blake use in this episode? How hard can you ride a hardtail?
What do you use?
Well, a little secret. So what I've got the GoPro chest mount.
Yeah.
I put it under my race jersey, so I put it on my bearskin or whatever. I put it underneath my race jersey.
Doesn't that get kind of sweaty?
It does. It gets a bit smelly. Yeah, it does. But hey, you're running stealth mode. You're running stealth mode. You've got this GoPro. You can't see that you've got a chest mount under you, so you don't have these black straps hanging out everywhere. And then you just got to find it, and then just get your little GoPro or action camera, and then just find it and just slide it and just lock it in. So it just looks like you've got an Iron Man chest.
That is kind of cool, actually.
Pretty cool. It's
very
stealthy.
Cool.
I think, yeah. So
I like that.
That's how I did it.
Cool.
No, I didn't cut my jersey either, but it does pinch holes in my jersey.
Oops, sorry, GMBN.
Sorry, GMBN.
Next up, we got Trail King, who asks, hey guys.
Hey.
I'm looking to upgrade my hardtail mountain bike over the winter off season. What would be the best budget upgrades? Also, how much would it cost me to convert from a 210 to a 1x10 drivetrain?
For an instant, I thought you were upgrading your hardtail to like a full suspension. I was like, how dare you? You don't need to. The hardtail's a perfect bike. But I think the best budget to do for winter is tyres.
Tyres, definitely.
Get some spikes.
Yeah.
And if you can't afford tyres, the other really cheaper option is to convert to tubeless.
Yeah.
So that would be pretty easy. That means you can run lower tire pressures, means you can get extra grip, means you can go right in the mud.
But it really depends on your budget as well when you say best budget upgrades. Because I mean, a dropper post, if you don't have one, is an awesome upgrade, but that can be a little bit more costly. And upgrades, do you mean upgrade performance, or do you want to shave some grams off? Because you could look at getting yourself some carbon bars on there.
Some lighter componentry. And then the 2x to 1x, that can get really expensive depending on what running gear you've got, your drivetrain. The 1x cheapest I've seen is about £260, which is 11 speed. Not 10 speed, is 11 speed, but then that all determines on your hub width. Can it run 11 speed?
You got to make sure these things are compatible. So before you go buying anything, make sure you do research on the bike model and brand and year as well of your bike.
Yeah, exactly. But take a look at this video is how hard can you push a hardtail, because the hardtail is probably one of the best bikes in my shed. Oh my goodness me. A few weeks ago, I did how hard can you push a hardtail, but I don't think I pushed it hard enough. This is how hard you can push a hardtail to the extreme level, Whistler edition. Oh my gosh, it's so much more scarier. Oh my gosh. Pretty cool video.
That was rad.
Do you like it?
I don't know how you do it.
It's just a hardtail.
Yeah.
You can do anything on a hardtail. Right, next question is Finn2214. It says, I'm trying to learn no-foot cans, but I can't really get my leg over the top tube because I'm really small. Any tips?
Okay, no-foot cans. Where does the term no-foot can come from? Can dance?
I think it originates from the can dance.
Can you do the can?
Can you do the can?
Is that the dance?
I actually don't know, but how to do the can?
Can you do it off the bike though?
No, I can't.
Well,
how to coming up probably.
Definitely.
Right, the anyway. Can. Being a short fella, I'm pretty short myself, and I struggled when I started doing the no-foot can. I was on a kind of a XC bike, a hardtail, and the top tube was quite high, and I had to really extend my arms and get my legs really high over the top of my top tube to kind of kick them over, but I didn't really get it all the way over till I got a nice jump bike that had a nice low slung top tube to get the leg over. It just comes with practice. I think the more you push yourself up, let your bike drop down a little bit as well, that will help you get your legs over as well. So let the bike drop a little bit more than usual so you can actually just step off your bike, get your feet over to the side.
I do have a question. So when you're doing your air acrobatics on the bike and you're doing things like no-foot cans and your twirls and your twists and your jumpy jump things, does it help to be quite flexible? Things like yoga and to...
It can help.
Yeah?
Yes, it can help. I've been told I've got stiff hips and you can see in the air. But yes, flexibility is key. Anaerobic is, being aerobic is pretty good.
That's good.
My brother did trampolining and he's insane at doing backflips.
Trampolining.
Ooh. Next question.
Let's move on. Next one is from Nedrub. Anyone know what the best places are to ride in northwest of England?
Yes, I think Cumbria.
Yes.
The Lake District. I've been there. I've done Buffy riding, which Buffy's, if you don't know what it is, in the UK you've got these big stone outhouses. It's not necessarily a toilet, it's an outhouse for shepherds. They go and take the cows, they take the sheep up into the hills and then they seek shelter. It's
just a shelter, really.
Yeah, and there's good riding there.
Yeah,
it's fantastic. Rocky, but it's really good.
Very
Cumbria's
natural
a good
stuff
place.
as well, really.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Really good.
So the last question we got is from Ren Simmons, who got a puncture last weekend, which does happen, unfortunately. Changed the inner tube, but whilst his wheel was out of the bike, he accidentally hit the brakes and caused the pistons to close. So how does he actually open them up?
Ooh, this is quite a delicate process. You really want to put something in there, something quite flat, something thin.
Yeah, no, you can get
a
piston press, which is a specific tool for opening up the pistons. But I know a lot of people will use a flat blade screwdriver. Do be careful when you are using these though, because you can actually damage the caliper and chip away at the brake pads themselves.
Exactly.
So just be careful. I mean, alternatively, piston presses, they aren't too expensive if you have a look online. But if you're not really confident about doing that yourself, you can always pop it into your local bike shop.
Yeah, but we've got a little video on how to maintain your brakes if they're squeaky or whatever. Take a look at this.
Mountain bike brakes are generally pretty reliable as well as powerful these days. And other than having to sort of bleed them every now and then and perhaps change the brake pads when they wear out, there's not too much you need to do to them. However, there are a whole bunch of really cool little hacks and tips to make sure your brakes are running on point all the time. Here we go.
Quick fire run. Are you ready, Jess?
I am totally ready, Blake. Let's get on this.
Who's starting?
I'm starting. Right, Drew Peacock. Blake, are you going to come back to Zimbabwe and ride bikes?
Oh, I would love to come back to Zimbabwe. I haven't been back for like 8 years.
I'm coming.
Please come along.
Okay.
Okay, I got one. It says, Phil McCrack says, is 2018 Titan 2493 a good kid's bike? God, that's a long name. I think any kid's bike's a good bike.
Exactly. I agree. Yep. D-Sky, anyone knows which Neil is wearing watch?
A Phoenix, a Garmin Phoenix.
Garmin Phoenix.
Could be a 2, could be a 3. I don't know, but it is a Phoenix. We got one from Peter. It says, will you be making a game of bike with Jess?
Yes.
Yes. Jess, yes.
Yes, yes.
100%.
Dick Lovett, how tall is Doddy in real life?
Massive, 7 foot.
Huge.
He's like a basketball player, NBA player. He's really tall. I get a sore neck looking up at him.
I know.
Dave Main, whereabouts in Scotland is Steve Jones from in EMBN? Well, he's Scotland?
Scotland, I think you're in the wrong area of the UK.
No, I think he's from Wales. Wales.
Greg Thomas, is Chris Smith the actual world record holder for the longest manual ever?
I think so.
He is, actually.
He's really good at manuals, and he did do a long manual for the Guinness Book of Records.
Yeah.
So I think he is.
I'm going to say yes.
That's the end of Quickfire on. Right on to correct me if I'm wrong.
And we have Scott, who's sent in a video. He says he's been practicing his whips and they're getting quite big, but I have a feeling I'm doing something wrong. Can I have some help, please?
Okay,
so let's take a look.
Take a look at this video. Oh, he's got... Oh, I know that place. That's Southampton Bike Park. Oh, slow-mo.
He's got some good air on
He's
them.
got a good... There's a whip
getting
there. You actually got the good... There's a good technique straight away. Okay, Scott, to get the actual whip bigger, you want to go a little bit higher. You want a little bit more air time to get the whip out a lot more, so you've got time to get it out, to get it back. So it's all about the upper body. You're going to move the bike to the left, like you are there. You're going to move the bike to the left. You're looking ahead still, and you're going to use your hips and your feet to move your bike out, so the rear end, to get the whip a little bit bigger. But it's all about getting a lot more air time. Especially on a small jump, you want to go as high as you can to actually commit to that whip. You might land a little bit sideways, because when I was learning, I landed sideways a lot. But yeah, keep practicing.
Right, before we finish up today, I have one more question for you, Blake.
Okay.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
This much wood?
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Oh.
Now, if you've enjoyed this and you want to subscribe to our channel for all our other videos, make sure you click the globe here. And if you want to see Blake not baking balls, then click over here.
Give it a thumbs up, like if we answered your questions right. And if you want to ask us any more questions, let us know in the description down below.
Thank you.
Wait, description, comments.
Thing. Stuff.
Words. Just wave them goodbye.